What's up, y'all? We're just waiting for leader. And I'm watching the game, so you know. Uh Upset that we ain't even playing. Son of a. What's up, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Broad Street Blitz Take On Leader Edition with your boy Cool Cat Connor and my guy Leader. What up, Leader?
What's going on, man? Talk about this season, and in this season, welcome y'all, everybody. If anybody knows, my Twitter account has been hacked. It's been hacked. So, listen, Real Leader Johnson, when you see that one, follow that one. A lot of people don't know yet. Still coming up with the podcast. Many VU sports things going on. Everything's being switched over. This crazy. My account got hacked. But Leader Johnson, Real Leader Johnson. Look up Real Leader Johnson. Still follow me on Instagram and Facebook. And we're going to keep this Broad Street Blitz thing going. Hardcore Sports Network, all the podcasts. And let's go, man. Let's talk about this Eagles season, man. I want to ask Cool Cat.
Let's start it off like this. The Philadelphia Eagles, because it's been a while since we talked. Philadelphia Eagles. Let's go ahead and talk about the season, man. We eliminated from the playoffs. What's on your mind first off? Let's start it off like that. Where's your mind at?
Well, Batulo kept it as he always keeps it, man. This guy, to the end of it, he was worse than Brian Johnson. He's worse than Brian Johnson. Once again, bad play calling, confusing play calling, not letting – the thing that people got to understand, talk about Hurts, you have to allow Jalen Hurts to be the quarterback that he is. And the plays that he's calling, he's not. And then on top of that, when Hurts makes a mistake like any quarterback does, now it's amplified. Now you're looking at exclaiming it and adding it to the stuff that's already bad. But it was already things going on. So I want to say this. What do you – now, going into that, the game is totally disappointing. It is what it is. San Francisco got mashed against Seattle. Eagles the best team in NFC on paper and staff-wise, everything. It's just a disappointing season. But the Eagles are still the Eagles. And we got to know every time they come off a season like this, what happened. Okay, so we know it's going to be better. Now, I want to ask you, Cool Cat, what are your outtakes? Mm-hmm. First, we're going to go, what do you think at the end of the season's overall outtake to you of the season? What's the problem? And what were your strengths? What did you like?
I like the thing that I like, and it's agreement, is the defense, man. The defense stepped it up when we needed defense the most. I like what Vic Fangio did. I like what this defensive staff did. Like the defense stepped it up in the most part this season. I like what we did offensively versus the Minnesota Vikings and the New York Football Giants. Those two games are the only games where I can constantly say that should have because versus the Giants and the Vikings and maybe even the Raiders, what those three games, those was the games where I would constantly say, why not have that play call for all your games? You know what I mean?
Right.
Have play call for all your games when it comes to them. But of course, the problem is Kevin Patullo because first half or second half were great. The other halves were not. Like Jalen regressed, AJ regressed, Smitty regressed, Saquon regressed. The only person that the offensive line regressed. The only person that I think didn't regress is Goddard. Like, yeah, and y'all know how I am with Jalen. Like, he should, like, we should not be home right now. There should be an NFC Championship game in the snow right now.
Yep.
Like, it should be the Eagles and the Rams.
No question. No question.
The Eagles and the Rams in the snow. That dang deep. That's what it should be. But it's not.
Yeah, it's hard for me to even look at this.
Seattle Seahawks. And
right.
Like, go ahead.
It's hard for me to even look at who I think going to win the Super Bowl. Because really, Philly's better than all these teams. It's not even clear cut. Philly at their best is better than all these teams. So I feel like no question. If you look at these teams, and if I'm looking at, I like the defense. The fact that you had Jahad Campbell, Dean playing his best. Everybody, Cooper DeJean playing his best season. Quinyon Mitchell, like Quentin Moro Jomo, guys. BG coming back. Like it was the defense really stepped up all the time. But Patullo, of course. I mean, this is like a very easy thing to say. Patullo was the one that was the most disappointing. I mean, even when Brian Johnson had his bad play calling, Jalen Hurts still was throwing touchdowns and had 14 rushing touchdowns. And might talk about the 15 interceptions, but A.J. Brown had a career high year. DeAndre Swift had a career high 1,000-yard season. Gotcha. So it was, to me, I just think the Philadelphia Eagles, you got to go back to the drawing board. That's what Howie Roseman has to do. Go back to the drawing board. I think that is the best way to get this to really happen. But he does that. 2022. Then here comes 2023. After 2023, what do you do? Then 2024, what do we do? Win the Super Bowl. When he realizes the problem, he executes. Like I said, y'all, listen, my account's been hacked. Ryder Leader 247 has been hacked. Follow me on Real Leader Johnson. All right. We'll get that all going, everything good, man. Talk about this season even more. We got to go into the offensive coordinator position. He had to get fired. I think he should have been fired before he went to the locker room, before he got on the plane. Let's say what you want, but he was ghost riding the wheel the whole season. He did not know what he wanted to do, did not know what play calls he wanted to make. It was crazy. And when you got guys that just had a 2,000-yard season, you got Jalen Hurts, who he is, a Super Bowl MVP, the type of seasons he's had from 2022 until now, type of winner he is. Then you look at even AJ and Smitty. They went down. It was like, even though AJ was a guy that liked to argue, right? But he always had big time season. It seemed like he was struggling to get there. It seemed like he was wanting to get to 1,000 yards so fast because he knew he wasn't comfortable with Patullo. Then we never saw even Hurts get like worked up until this season. It was a game where he went at Patullo. Him and AJ Brown, both of them. We never saw even Hurts get worked up like that. So, and to talk about the offensive coordinator position, we're going to get into that. It's a lot of good candidates. Cool, I want to tell you, Brian Daboll and Mike McDaniel with a 1-2. With a 1-2 guy.
Brian Daboll, I don't know if you saw the report. I wish I could send it to you.
I'm about to go into that. I'm about to really go into that. Brian Daboll is definitely the top guy. But there's some reports saying that he's off the table. But then there's a report coming.
No, he's in the mix. He's in the mix.
You say what?
He's in the mix. He's still on the table. He ain't.
You got to let me finish. I got it.
All right.
Brian Daboll, Racimi was saying he was off the table, but Fowler says he's not off the table. All right, so that's one thing. We don't know how that's going to go. We don't know where it's going to go. Mike McDaniel. Mike McDaniel's a guy that's still in the mix, but we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. Like Coquette was saying, he's saying he's still in the mix. Jeremy Fowler came back out because Racimi is a person that puts out stuff out there, but at the same time, Diana isn't fully accurate. She's a person that hears things is not fully accurate. Fowler came out and corrected it and said he's still in the mix. And that's the number one guy to me, because Dable has a great relationship with Hurts. Bennis, Alabama, knows Stoutland. That is just a great mix. Great mix. Declan Doyle, another guy, the offensive coordinator for the rated Bears. I'm getting that wrong. Also, offensive coordinator for the Colts is a guy that's on the table. Names I'm forgetting, but I know for sure who the coordinator was and the guys that are there. Also, other guys for coordinator. I mean, Zach Robinson was another guy that was coming from the Falcons. I don't Cliff Kingsbury. That's another guy I like. That's another guy that's turning up. Listen, my thing is a guy with experience. Get a guy with experience and he knows exactly what to do with these guys. He knows exactly what to do. Guy with experience, this is like a kid in the candy store. Sit there, you got a 2,000-yard rusher, one of the best in the league. A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. 1,000-yard receiver. And they got this on their worst year. 1,000-yard seasons in their worst year. Goddard had 12 touchdowns. Listen, this is in a bad offensive year. Goddard could even have a better year. I feel like he should have used him more. And then when Devontae Smith was hot, he should have used him more. It seemed like he really didn't know what to do. So I'm going to say, okay, who do you think you like out of all the candidates? What are the guys you like?
I like Joe Brady, but if I gotta choose somebody, it gotta be either Joe Brady or Brian Daboll. Like I said, Brian Daboll is in the mix. Now, for
Joe
me,
Brady.
when it comes to this office,
Joe Brady. Who was he? I heard his name. Who was he offensive coordinator for?
He played for the Bears. I think he was the offensive coordinator of the Bears. Someone correct me in the chat. I think he was the offense coordinator for the Bears. I think.
I'll find out. I heard his name. Yeah, Doyle was offensive coordinator. Doyle Boyer, one of them guys. Excuse me for the. But he's the guy. But he's probably an offensive assistant. I heard Joe Brady's name because they just had interviewed him for the something.
Yep.
One thing about it, Howie Roseman is a guy that is going to correct his mistakes. When Jalen Hurts, he was a quarterback, and here comes 2022. Remember, everybody was saying all what he needed to do. It gets corrected. Jalen Hurts becomes the MVP candidate all the way to the Super Bowl. And then you got 2023. What happened? He had 15 interceptions. What comes up? Jalen Hurts corrects that. They won the Super Bowl just like when they went to the Super Bowl. They made we're going to upgrade Brian Johnson instead of going for a guy that's experienced. And that's the sleeping of Nick Sirianni. That's the fault of him because he's thinking he can trust guys inside and bring guys up. Not even Andy Reid did that. He didn't bring if somebody was gone, they were gone. They're going to bring somebody else inside. And that's how that was. I mean, guys like Duke Staley had to wait a very long time to get where they were at. Running backs coach for so long before they even got the offensive coordinator. So, and this thing is he's learning now. When guys leave, because listen, when people come to the Eagles, they become head coaches after they're assistant coaches. This is where you want to come. The thing is, when they replace somebody, they go to loyalty first instead of actually the right pick. And I feel like that if you go to a guy with experience, any guy with naming Joe Brady, these guys have experience. They've been behind there for you. You're not bringing them up from quarterbacks coach. You're bringing them up from being play callers for a year. Guys that have actually orchestrated and got the offensive coordinator together, the offense together. There's no way you should come in there. It should be easy. If you're offensive coordinator, you have Saquon Barkley. The big thing about that is that he has speed. He has all the speed. He's a power. He's a very rare combination of power and speed. He can do everything. So there's no way you shouldn't have got that right. And I told you, Coolcat before, the offensive line, it was all blocking schemes. It wasn't even – listen, when Scotland got the guys there, He got the guys you need. It's the blocking schemes, and Patullo was getting that wrong when you calling those offensive plays. He's not getting it right. So it was times he did and times he didn't. Like he had three games in a row when he had a 3-game winning streak. He had 100 yards rushing. You know, he started to pick up. He had 1,100 yards on his worst season. So this time you get a guy that's experienced. He knows what he has. AJ, I mean, come on. You got AJ. One-on-one, who can mess with him? And then Devontae has proved he's bigger than what you think he is when he's one-on-one. One-on-one, he's a very hard guy to guard, just going up for the ball. Jump balls. That's one thing we don't talk about. When he jump balls, Devontae, that one catch they said he didn't catch. Come on, man. In the playoffs. Listen, Dallas Goedert, mismatch problems so many times. How many times have they been on the red zone, 20-yard line, 30-yard line? And they could have threw it to him. To me, I just felt like they had to kick field goals too many times, especially in the playoffs. Yeah. Like they were down there. You see how many times they were in the red zone? And they did not score. That's just unacceptable, man. Unacceptable. Like it's like 3-4 times in the red zone. They didn't score. And you look at the game, Hurts was really, Hurts wasn't, the first half, you see what happened in the first half. So how come when it comes to consistency, that's all Patullo got to get together. You consistently, that's how you know a person don't know what to do. They're putting plays out there and they see that they work and they're going along with it as they go. And they don't know what to keep sticking with. When the second half comes, you should have your plays you know are going to work. You see, when in the second half, you don't know. You're just trying plays. You're just throwing things out there. We need an offensive coordinator that knows what to do and has a playbook. He already has the playbook. When he goes, just like Kellen Clemens. How much was he with everybody talking about the Cowboys? I've been seeing that tweet by here with the Cowboys. Kellen Clemens had a dynamic offense with the Cowboys, and nobody went to the Super Bowl. He had Cooper. He had Lamb. He had Ezekiel Elliott was one of the top 5 running backs in the league at that time. They had a great offensive line. They had a good defense. Dak Prescott. The defenses, they didn't accomplish nothing. The Eagles did. And Kellen Clemens ended up getting a head coaching job, not an offensive coordinator. When he moved from the Cowboys, he got a Los Angeles Chargers job, offensive coordinator. When he moved on from the Eagles, he was a head coach at New Orleans. 2 differences. Quit bringing up the Eagles and the Cowboys. And the same, I'm a little sick of that now. We're done with that. It's not a conversation.
Yeah. Simple as that. So, yeah, man. So, what else is on your mind, leader, as we move forward to this offseason?
I want to break down. There's one thing I want to do is break down these positions real quick. Now, looking at each position by position, we're going to go to that. Hurts. Yep. He did a good job, man. 25 touchdowns, the most career high.
Yeah, I was going to ask you. Good thing we talked about it. If you can give a grade for each position, and of course do what you're doing, what grade would you give each position, and what grade would you give the season as a whole? And then we'll end it because I know you're busy right now. And then we'll end it with what do you want to see this offseason? So go ahead, continue, starting with QB1.
Well, no question. McKee is a good backup. Who knows what happens? But Hurts is this thing, man. Hurts always has to deal with. We got to keep bringing this up. These different coordinators every year, guys with their own schemes, or guys that have never played that position. How about that one? Guys that never played the position, Hurts has had to deal with it. Never been offensive coordinator. Nobody's dealing with it, and he still makes the playoffs. Talk about the defense, but you have to have a guy behind this. If you don't have a guy that's accomplished behind that quarterback position, it's not going to go multiple times to the playoffs. There's not going to go multiple times to the playoffs. So you got the QB1. I'm gonna go with a B+.
Okay, same.
Because we got to be real about mistakes or whatever. But he did the best. Listen, Hurts. 6 interceptions, 25 touchdowns. What are we talking about? Top 5 quarterback rating. What are we talking about? Then we talk about running back. I'm gonna go with the B+ too, because he got the same problem that Hurts had. Because you're playing with a different offensive coordinator. He's doing the damn best he could. You see how hard Saquon was really running. Shipley, even Dillon was getting some stuff off. Tank Bigsby, you gotta get it. Listen, it's almost an A because of Bigsby, but gotta go with B+ because I feel like it could have been better. We got a better offensive coordinator. Just think of that. Bigsby and Barkley with a better offense. Oh my God. And then we talking and Shipley, you gotta give him credit. I gotta give him credit. I can't just take it off him.
Right.
Receiver, B+ again, man.
Yeah.
Cool cat, because I'm just saying, we know these guys could have been better. We know Dotson could have been better.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We know Goddard. We know it, especially the way Goddard played, and he was mostly healthy.
Right.
Going to offensive line, I'm gonna give a straight B.
Yeah.
They hung in there, man.
I was gonna go C for the offensive line, but
respectable. Yeah, respectable.
Yeah.
Because guys was hurt, but guys hung in there. We ended up making the playoffs with all those inconsistencies.
Right.
Also, looking at the offensive line, that's the offense there as a whole. I gotta give them just a C+.
Yeah.
And don't go because I just feel like they're better than that. Man, listen, they are better than that. They are so much better. And the defensive line was A+. Jesus Christ, man, that defensive line. Jomo looked better than Milt Williams did. That was so much to ask for, and they did get Jordan Davis. So slept on, man. Such a fucking snub. Such a snub. Jalen Carter. BG, man, listen, though. He came back in. Like we missed nothing left. That was almost amazing to see how he came in, had the double sack game. Ty Robinson's going to be good. Of course, these guys. Oh, Byron Young did good. As a backup, Byron Young was really going in there and putting in some work, man. No question. If I got to go with the linebackers, A+. Do you see how good the linebacker? Never in Eagle history. Think about it. We had Dhani Jones, Nate Wayne. We had Jeremiah Trotter. We had Michael Hendricks. We had Jordan Hicks. Certain combinations. Seth Joyner, Byron Evans. Certain combinations. William Thomas. But man, the youth and how good they are. Jahai Campbell and Dean are still young. Campbell played like he's a starter. He had some mistakes, but man, he played hella good. Real good. Could start for anybody in the NFL. Jalen Phillips. Because I'm putting linebackers and edge rushers together. Okay. Right. Nolan Smith, he was better than people really. He was more of an impact than people think he was. Because he was getting to the quarterback, didn't quite get as much wrap up, but he was, when he was hurt. Nolan Smith. Jelix Hunt, damn good season. Man, as advertised, he was coming out of training camp. We had Kratz on here talking about Ed Kratz was on Blitz Take talking about Eagle Writer talking about just the guy I pick. And he had a good season, man. He really did all around. I didn't think he was really good at cover. I didn't know he was good at covering like that. The athleticism he showed. Jeremiah Trotter Jr. when they called on him, what did he do? 12 sacks. When he had to get his, you know what I'm saying? So I smell Monday Jr. for saying the wrong. You got a lot of guys on there. Patrick Johnson even was when he was called on, he did his thing. So edge rushes and it's an A+. They was really a presence. Secondary. I'm gonna go with cornerbacks first.
Yep.
If I go with cornerbacks, Quinyon and Cooper, man, you just have to give it an A. For the simple fact of how they played, man. Quinyon and Cooper was really all over he was chasing all the top guys this year. And then Cooper DeJean, man. Unbelievable how Cooper DeJean was able to get like 9 tackles, 10 tackles. He got 90 tackles this year. All over the field. Quinyon was shutting people down. They both were all pros. Do you understand this is a second year. Do we understand how fascinating this is? Especially for Eagle draft picks. We had Lito and we had Lito and Lito Shepard and Sheldon Brown, but they weren't this good.
Yeah.
These guys are good. They you could put any of them on a wide receiver one. And then you got Adoree got better. We got to get that credit. He got better, man. Because he was bad through the whole thing. Ringo was a good special teamer. I really like to say I get a secondary A. Now the safeties will get a C. Safeties will get a C because they did the best they could with Marcus Epps and Makuba. Andrew Makuba got hurt, and then you look at other guys. You say, let's see, Reed Blankenship. He did his thing. He did his regular thing. So I say C.
Yep.
The overall defensive grade, I must say A. I'm sorry. I mean, they did so much. They really, really did their thing. Really did their thing. Kept us in games, shut people down. What they did against Green Bay, 14-7. What they did against Buffalo. Like, the stuff they did this year, man, it's a shame they didn't get the best part of the offense. They would have repeated. Y'all hear me right now? If they had a better offensive coordinator, they would have repeated. If Kellen Clemens would have came back this year, they would have repeated. This is not even a question. There was a clear-cut difference in this offense, and everybody saw. And the defense is only going to get better because they're so young, man. Y'all realize how young these guys are on this Eagle team? But this defense, these guys are coming back next year. People talking about Nakobe Dean going to the Cowboys. Or the Cowboys are going to go at, somebody on Twitter said it. Yeah, it could happen. You know what? On that, I'm going to be real. It could happen because the Eagles have Jihad. So, and then they know Jeremiah Trotter is productive and Smile Monday. So, what are they going to do? I want him back. Dean is a locker room presence. On and off, he's good, man. But Jihad might have really moved that card because he's that good. This man can cover right now. He can cover you right now. Like he was amazing.
Yeah.
What I want to see is don't get
what's
this
the game plan? As we close out the book of the 2025 season, and we're watching the NFC and AFC championship game right now. So we'll let y'all get to that in a few minutes. But as we gear up, as we get to as we're in the off season, leader, to end the show, I ask you this one question: what's the game plan for the Philadelphia Eagles on the offense side, defense side, coaching, the whole organization? What is the game plan for your Philadelphia Eagles as we gear up for the 2026 NFL season?
Right now, first, I'm going to say at the end, I'm going to give my shout-outs, but what I think is we know what's going to happen. Howie's about to clean. He's about to change. Listen, one thing we know, he's very aggressive, more every year. Like he really, if it's a problem, you see how she tried to solve it this year? You get Jalen Phillips, right? He got the cornerback. We know he's going to go. Ain't that, your general manager is going to make a move or going to be in play for any move. Yeah. Think about it. Micah Parsons this year, the Eagles tried to get him. Oh, they put it on the table. That's not even a false yes. But Jerry Jones wasn't going to make that move. You crazy? You saw what the Giants went through.
Right.
Micah Parsons got hurt, but who's to say he would have got hurt with us? The Eagles had kept Swift healthy. They kept Barkley healthy. I'm just saying, man, stuff is different. The great staff, they got one of the best in everything. Right. So I just think draft. Listen, the draft. Everybody talk about the draft this year. A lot of people saying Kenyon Sadiq, the tight end, he's a good one. The Eagles. I'm gonna tell y'all something. If it's a problem, they're gonna go after it. If it's a major problem, like it did with Cooper DeJean and Quinyon when they had to go for cornerback. When they got the 2 draft picks and they thinking, okay, if Jalen Hurts ain't good, after 2022, they're going to go for a quarterback. But no, they're going to go for the best player available. It's like they did with Jahai Camp. They went for the best player available. So it could be, listen, I know I might be speaking. We hearing the A.J. Brown stuff. BG speaking good with him. Jalen said him and A.J. in a good place. They talked. But don't knock out receiver. It's just too much. One thing about how he's not going to be taken advantage. He's not going to be ahead in the chess game. So if he feels like this is the AJ is kind of not happy and it's not good in the locker room, but he said he knows AJ is elite. He wants to keep AJ. If AJ requested, talk about some of his rumors, AJ requested a trade. If Howie knows that and it hasn't came out through Howie's eyes yet, then Howie's going to say, if I keep AJ and make him an asset, or he's going to trade him. Me, I'm going to tell y'all now. I said, There's one trade. Somebody said Max Crosby. I said, no, I want Myles Garrett. That's the only trade I'm looking at. AJ is a listen, Myles Garrett. Let's go for it. And now that equals. I know Max Crosby's good. He's good. But he's not Myles Garrett. Right. And that's what we need to go for. The big thing I'm gonna say here, Chris, I'm thinking about that. Go in the draft. I'm gonna tell you, when you go in the draft, they're gonna get the best player available. Look, we still need it. They might not be comfortable at safety. Reed's a free agent. Looking at linebacker, maybe they go for edge rush and don't want to sign Jalix and want to trade Jalix. He could be trade. It's a lot of options they can go. There's not really a. We knew coming in last year, Eagles didn't have a need. They wanted a cornerback and they went for one. But this year, they don't have a need. They don't have a need, and they went for Jahai Campbell. And look what happened. Just look at that offensive line. They might go for a guy tackle. Go. Mekhi Becton got released by the Chargers. Anybody hear that? The buzz is going that he might go back to Philly. I think that's great. 6'8", 235 guy that can play guard, and we won the Super Bowl with him. Bring him back to Stoutland. Stoutland know how to use him. I'm all for that. Matter of fact, let's just see how comfortable he is with Steen. Let's see how this goes. Let's go definitely into full effect about let's see. We talking about for the draft. Who you think? Do you think you want to do cool with whatever they go with Cool Cat?
Whatever the possible position available.
Yeah.
Go for that. That's me. Go for the best possible player available.
Because they've been good at it. They just been good at it, man. I don't doubt. You remember how we used to doubt when they made bad? Like we had that's Jalen Reagor, yep. John Harris, John Harris, Andre Dillard was like. You remember when we had like questions? Now I don't question Howie. Go ahead, whatever you want to draft, Howie. Just remember, you was like, you said, okay, who you want? Oh, whoever's a Georgia player. And sure enough, Howie drafts a damn Georgia player. It's just he know what to do. He know what to do, bro. Like, he know what to do. So I'm all with it. I think this year, I think they'll take care of it. And then the good thing about that, Cool Cat, is that they don't have much to solve. They don't have much to solve, man. It's a good team. They don't got nothing to do. So y'all. Listen. It's been great. Listen, I'm gonna give my shout out Simone Stanley, Lloyd Brunson, Steve Roth. What's up, Alex Wright? What's up, Mitch Kolsky? Hardcore Sports Network. We ending the Blitz take. You know, we're gonna be doing more, okay, of course, but the game part is done. We got Denver going. Let me tell you what I think. Denver going against New England, I think it's done because Bo is hurt. What are we talking about? Then they got a wide receiver that's out. Come on, man. I just don't think it's going to be a game. Drake May is praying out his mind. You know, shout out to Stephon Diggs and them because Cardi B always gets – as soon as he scores, she going crazy online, on live. My girl say all the time, oh, my God, it's crazy. But that's good for Buffalo. I mean, yeah, for New England getting back to their winning ways. Now, New England, now Seattle, this one's different. Seattle and the Rams. Don't go against me. I don't believe in Seattle like that. I just ain't seen them win enough consistently. And Darnold in the playoffs, even though they smoked San Francisco, Darnold in the playoffs last year, let me see him do it against Stafford, who's won the Super Bowl, and they got Devontae Adams over there. Do you know who plays us tough out of anybody? The toughest? The Rams. It's not even like them guys. We had to come back. So I'm thinking, to me, this is what I'm picking. It's going to be the Rams and the Patriots. It's going to be Stafford versus Drake May. Yes, it's my pick. I could be wrong because I thought Houston was going to look better than that.
On that, I'm with you. Give me Rams and Patriots. But the Patriots got to do something in this drive. They got first down.
Well, what's the score right now?
7-0 Denver.
Oh, what? So what's that? A pass it? Yo, I'm about to we in Blitz take. Thank y'all, man. I know what's going on. I know y'all like, yo, everybody who watching during the game, thank you. Because I know it's on. It's football Sunday. We're gonna know who the Super Bowl is. We're gonna do We gonna have something, man. We listen.
Yeah, when we going to do the next episode, leader, real quick, because I know we got a game right now.
Next Thursday, we go, Super Bowl time. So let's go ahead and do something. We're gonna talk about the Super Bowl. We're gonna talk about more Eagle stuff is coming on because believe me, Jalen Phillips extension is going to cut. Then we got Dean. Are they going to sign Dean, or are they going to? But Carter's anybody talking? Carter's the big man.
Mm-hmm.
Phillips is talking about 3 years, $52 million is the contract. Huh?
Jordan Davis.
Yeah, that's another guy that got signed. The contract came out. They looking for a 3 year, $52 million deal. That'd be cool. We know Carter's going to go for $40 million a year. Now, Davis, get him signed. Fuck that dude plays. He's 6'7", lost weight, so he did what you wanted him to do. I'm almost as proud as him as I am of Embiid. Embiid, or any of y'all watching the Sixers, they looking good. But they just got to play more. I ain't gonna recall what's gonna happen. Let them play a little bit more after the All-Star break. I will give y'all what I feel like because it's game by game. People are getting healthy. They're getting their chemistry together. They look good, man.
Yes,
Maxey and Embiid looks healthy. Maxey, Paul George is playing with the system. I mean, listen, I'm just telling you for Sixer fans. Listen, VJ Edgecombe, playing like he's been here before.
Yep.
Been here before. So, and Albray's came back and, man, looked like a Fab Five. That boy can score. He can play on both ends. We're going to see that. So, we're going to come back to Super Bowl. We talk about the Super Bowl. And we'll talk more about the Eagles because it's going to be a lot more. Because one thing they don't like to be is out of this playoffs. So, they're going to make it look like they're in the playoffs. They're going to make it look like the offseason is the playoffs. That's what they do. Right. So, it's going to happen. We don't need to sign many new people. We just really don't. We just need to sign our own guys. Yeah. Like I'm just saying, like we just want an offensive coordinator. I'm telling you, bottom line, offensive coordinator.
Exactly.
That's it, man.
So, all right, y'all. We know y'all watching the game right now. I think the Broncos got a first down. So I'll leave y'all to that. Fly, go Birds. We'll see y'all Thursday. Enjoy the game. Go Birds.
Yeah, y'all.